General.
You hear anything interesting lately?
I got word of a settlement that needs our help.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Come on, don't blow me off. I've still got your back, but you need to hear this.
You seem upset about something.
Damn Brotherhood. Why don't they go back where they came from?
How did you know what happened up there?
The Brotherhood doesn't mess around when they decide someone's their enemy, do they?
You're not fooling me. You're a fucking thief. You lied to me.
You think I don't know that? The things I've seen. The things I've done.
The Quincy massacre. You could have found a peaceful solution. All those people didn't have to die. You murdered those people, didn't you?
I hate that we had to do that. But they left us no choice. It was war.
So you're a liar, hypocrite, murderer, and am I missing anything?
I have to be honest. This isn't working out the way I hoped it would. I can't change the past, but one day we'll put this back together, better than ever.
Why the hell are you lying to me? Again?
I don't know what to say to you anymore. I don't understand why you continue to help the Brotherhood.
And I've had enough of your holier-than-thou attitude.
Forget it. You just keep doing what you think you need to, no matter who gets hurt. Just don't expect me to be happy about it.
Up yours, Preston. I'm tired of your bullshit.
What's that supposed to mean?
Fix yourself for some time in a Diamond City jail cell. You're gonna stand trial, and these people are gonna have justice.
Okay, okay. Don't get yourself all riled up.
With the Brotherhood behind us, we'll never...
I wonder how long my systems will endure these rugged conditions.
he?
Hey,
Damn it, we're too late.
so what now?
Let's make sure this area is locked down before we do anything else.
I'm on it.
Chase kept meticulous notes about any Brotherhood dirt he found. If we can locate his diary, it should provide us with some leverage. Hopefully he had a good enough hiding spot to throw off the Brotherhood search team. This might take a while.
Great. That's just great.
Hey, is it me, or does something seem off about this floor plan? I'll bet you a cold glass of water there's more to this bunker than meets the eye. Check around and see if you can find a secret panel or something.
That's it. Excuse me.
Is that Chase's intel?
Yep, here you go.
All right. That ought to do it. Let's head to the Pridwin and confront Maxon. Between the Liberty Prime codes, the Kells hit, and whatever the dirt on that holotape is, might be enough to pull this off. That is, assuming the Brotherhood doesn't shoot us on sight once we reach the airport.
Let's go. You do the talking, I'll be the intimidating presence.
Let's just stay safe until we reach the Pridwin. You're no good to us if you're dead. I'm counting on you to help protect Owen.
getting a 3% Z-tilt. Adjusting thrust recommended.
Hey there.
Is there anything you wish to tell me, Knight?
We're conducting a study of the least intelligent life forms in the Commonwealth.
Your flippancy is unnecessary.
Hey, Arthur. It's been a while. Do you remember me?
Of course. I'm a bit surprised that you don't realize that by now.
I wasn't sure. You were just 11 back then. All that time we shared, telling stories, cleaning our guns, teaching you how to stab a man through the kidneys. It's always bothered me I wasn't able to share the truth with you about what I had to do. I imagine it must have been rough for you, thinking I was dead.
Yes, it was.
But look at you now, all grown up, and the elder of the Brotherhood of Steel. I'm proud of you, Arthur.
I'm glad you feel that way.
I just wanted you to know how sorry I am about abandoning you. We were pals, and, well, we never got the chance to say a proper goodbye. I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me.
Apologies are meaningless. Being a part of the Brotherhood, you should learn to appreciate that sentiment. If we're to remain strong, we can't afford to make exceptions, even when it means executing one of our own.
So, Caston's plot to assassinate me, he eventually told you, huh? That must have been quite a shock.
Had I been in command, I wouldn't have allowed it to happen.
I'm sure that's true. But it's water under the bridge. You were just a kid. There's nothing you could have done. In any case, it's good to see you again. I hope you'll keep an open mind about what I have to tell you.
I seriously doubt that, but please, get to the point.
Let's get right to it then, shall we?
So, here's the deal. A rogue faction of your squad has been trying to kill me.
I find that very hard to believe. How did you obtain this information?
You mean the part where some Brotherhood goons barged into my house with explosives and automatic weapons? The part where my 9-year-old kid mowed them down? Or the part where I found an assassination order on the body of the squad leader, pointing back to one of your captains?
It was a good fight. She's not a bad fighter.
Before we continue, I want to make one thing clear. Every operation we undertake is a team effort. We're called the Brotherhood of Steel for a reason. You're wasting my time.
Here, see for yourself. It's Kel's handwriting on the assassination order. Are you denying it?
I'm afraid not. The evidence is quite damning. I believe there's a bit more to the story than you're telling me. But based on your actions so far, I'm willing to take you at your word.
And you had nothing to do with this?
Absolutely not.
Well, that's a relief.
Sure, trust him. What could possibly go wrong?
Was there anything else you need to ask?
Of course, we've got almost 10 years to catch up on. So, fill me in. What are you into? Give me some details.
This really isn't any of my business.
I can't talk right now. I have a lot on my mind.
Well, then at least answer me one thing. You flew all the way up here to confront an organization that poses no direct threat to you in DC. Why? What is your problem with synths?
Flesh is flesh. Machine is machine. The two were never meant to intertwine.
Arthur, calm down. I was just asking. Look, I know how you got that scar on your face. About the Deathclaw that mortally wounded you. The cybernetic implants that saved your life. How one implant led to another, and another, until, well... Rumor is you spend nearly all your time on the bridge. You don't eat, you don't sleep. As far as anyone knows, don't even shit. Some would say you're turning into a cyborg.
Not at all. I refuse to allow the mistakes of the past to be repeated.
Did he really just quote Hitler?
Arthur, surely you realize that at some point the goals of cybernetics and synthetics become indistinguishable. Robots evolve to become more human, and humans enhance themselves to become more like robots. I hope you're aware of the irony when you pass judgment on synths.
I am. But I need you to view this from my perspective. The level of technology that the Institute possesses is far beyond our own. The moment this information came to light, our mission became clear. The Institute and everyone responsible for the creation of the synths must be eliminated, at all costs.
But listen to what you're saying. Destroying the Institute and all of its tech doesn't serve your goals. You understand that the Brotherhood's primary directive is to acquire and preserve technology, right?
Don't insult my intelligence.
Easy there, Slugger. I'm just trying to look out for the Brotherhood's best interests.
So it appears we share a common goal.
If you can't get along, it's gonna be hard to accomplish anything.
Think about what's inside the Institute for a minute. They've got microscopes, bulletproof glass, security cameras, LED lights, pneumatic and hydraulic motors. There's computers, a nuclear reactor, excavation machines, filtration equipment, and even functional coffee machines. Not to mention, they probably have tens of thousands of energy cells to power the Brotherhood's weaponry.
And spiffy courser jackets. Don't forget about those.
Huh. You make a fair point.
And you still want to level the place?
I've never been more certain about anything in my life. The Institute menace has to be eliminated.
You sure you're willing to risk being wrong about this?
Look, Arthur, I'm gonna make this simple. I didn't come here to give you a hard time. I'm your pal. Always have been. But please understand that I have a duty to the Brotherhood. The true East Coast Brotherhood. That duty entails finding and preserving tech, but it also calls for being a good neighbor to the community. And the most fundamental part of being a good neighbor is not blowing up the neighborhood. Is any of this getting through?
Why is she trying to elicit empathy from a sociopath?
Well, if nothing else, you have the courage to stand your ground.
I do. We're on the same team here, Arthur. But please understand the cards I'm holding. I've got the override codes to remotely control Liberty Prime. Once he's operational, I can make him target whoever I want, or shut him down altogether. And without control over Prime, your offensive capabilities are quite limited. I've also got a holotape here full of intriguing tidbits about you, along with proof of Kells' plot to assassinate me, a plot that happened on your watch. And just for the record, I'm pretty sure I can still kick your ass.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Ooh, let's hope it does.
That's entirely up to you, Arthur. From what I've seen, you're in way over your head here. You've got no idea what your subordinates are doing. You're hell-bent on destroying valuable technology. And, by stationing the Pridwin here, you've placed the Brotherhood's most valuable personnel and assets directly in harm's way. Just waiting for some drunk, RPG-toting raider who's having a bad day to blow your ass out of the sky. So, why don't you let me take this mess off your hands for a while? Take a break, explore what the Commonwealth has to offer, and have a little fun for once.
Sounds like a win-win to me.
It's too late for that now.
On the contrary, you're a young man. You've got your whole life in front of you. I realize Caston and his cronies trained you to think a certain way, to distrust outsiders, to hate certain groups. But the real enemy here is not the Institute. It's the unrealistic expectations the Brotherhood set for you ever since you were a child, telling you your soul was forged from eternal steel, the last in line of the great Maxons. The Brotherhood spent so much time lecturing you about who you were supposed to become. They never let you discover who you really are. There's still time, Arthur. Take a break. Go find yourself. All I'm saying is head out there and enjoy your 20s. Hit some jet, get some strange ass, and see what the Commonwealth is all about before you decide whether to blow the place up or not.
Have you taken leave of your senses? Don't be so naive.
Come on, Arthur. I'm just trying to make this easier for you. Work with me.
I don't intend to debate this any longer. So, it appears we've arrived at an impasse.
Okay. Then let me put this another way. I'm issuing a formal challenge against your authority as Elder. If you think you can take me, then we'll settle this matter as it was written in the litany. In combat. Or, you can choose what's behind door number 2, and take a much-needed vacation. What do you want to do?
It's the same old thing. People fighting each other instead of working together. Everything going to hell, but no one doing anything about it.
Your sincerity in this matter has been rather surprising.
Quit stalling, Arthur. If you want to fight me, let's do it. Right here, right now.
That won't be necessary.
You give up then?
Standing down.
Oh, come on, really? You made me sit through all that for nothing?
I'm proud of you, Arthur. You're doing the right thing. Everyone else okay with this?
I'll tell you what. You make the call. Surprise me.
All right then, Arthur. You're free to go. Now, get out there and go wild. Don't forget about protection, all right, buddy?
Indeed. I'll be certain to watch my back.
Mom, what did you mean by protection?
Owen, I'll tell you when you're older. Now that's how to travel in style.
What's the word?
I hope we made the right decision letting him go.
I guess we'll find out.
I suppose time will tell. Regardless, we need to move quickly. When the rest of the Brotherhood learns of Maxon's abdication, there will be questions. If we don't frame what just happened correctly and establish who's in charge, things could turn ugly. Kels and Quinlan are the next highest-ranking Brotherhood officers. We need to get them under control right now.
Why do you say that?
Someone needs to make the rest of the Brotherhood fall in line. That's easier to do if the orders come from existing superior officers. That may mean keeping Kels alive, despite his betrayal, and Quinlan too. But I'll leave the decision up to you. If you see fit to kill them, I won't stop you.
Hey, so does that mean that all this stuff is gonna be mine someday?
Owen, don't test me. You're on thin ice, young man.
Getting a bit of a twitch on prop 3, adjusting torque.
Trying to minimize reactor jitter. Adjusting compression rate.
How can a machine believe it's alive? That's ridiculous.
Never forget, you are the eyes and the ears of the Brotherhood. If you see or hear anything suspicious, it is your duty to report it immediately. We live in enemy territory now. Your vigilance could mean the difference between life and death. Understood?
Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
Good. Ad Victorium, Squires.
Ad Victorium!
Dismissed.
Can I help you with anything?
Excuse me.
I'm busy. Please make it brief.
Just trust me when I say it's important.
All right. You have my attention.
Why do you hate the Commonwealth and its people so much?
You can't be serious. As I expect Elder Maxon has already explained, the destruction of the Institute is simply the first stage of our operations in the Commonwealth. We'll rest when the Institute is a smoking ruin. Until then, Elder Maxon and I expect you to be at your best.
It's about time for you to go.
Is something the matter with you?
All right, comedian. Give it a break. I don't think he gets it.
Hold on, let me try. Hey, Kels, who's Elder Maxon?
Elder Maxon is the Supreme Commander of the Brotherhood.
Not anymore.
Surprised to see me, Kells?
Well, this changes things for you.
You've walked into a hornet's nest.
Good. So you do remember. Anything to say in your defense?
You going to explain why this is relevant?
You know damn well why it's relevant. I understand the hit the Brotherhood ordered on me 10 years ago. I was willing to let it go. But now you come after my kid, too?
Why would he do that?
Treason is a serious charge. If someone in the Brotherhood is responsible for this, I need proof before I can act. Bring me something actionable, and I assure you the Brotherhood will deal with it.
Cut the shit, Kells. We've got the assassination order you signed. I just want to know why.
As the captain of this vessel, I won't allow anyone to jeopardize our mission, no matter how valuable they think they are.
So you instruct your goon squad to target children now?
If that's true, that's terrifying.
Absolutely. It's the only effective way of ensuring that they're no longer a threat. They did what had to be done. Nothing more, nothing less. In any event, what's done is done.
You know what? Just kill him.
Boring conversation anyway. Owen, you're up.
Say hello to my little friend. Incoming.
For the Brotherhood.
Glory!
The duty shift was long, but I'm glad we're making a difference out here.
Move on, people. Nothing to see here. Wait, really? Nobody cares? Hey, everybody. We just murdered Kells. Anybody got a problem with that? No? All right, then.
Our vertibirds should give us the air superiority we need to win this war.
Greetings, Knight.
Knight. There. That should hold.
Thank you, sister.
I don't know about
You know, we
Scribe
wouldn't have to
Nariah.
worry about them getting
think she
out if
loves
they
it
weren't on
a
the ship.
little bit
Your
too
concerns
much.
are noted, Scribe. Give Proctor Ingram my thanks for letting me borrow you.
Don't let those scientists talk you into doing something stupid. The Institute is a fool's paradise.
Outright me or not,
Excuse me.
don't touch the
I
experiments.
hear congratulations are
Please.
in order.
Ma'am.
Ah, yes. Gossip. The noisy killer.
Good work.
Hey, Proctor. It's good to see you again.
Ah, wonderful. Since you're back, I take it you've been successful. Learning your way around?
Yeah, slowly. It's surreal finally seeing this hunk of junk up in the air. So, there's a new sheriff in town. You on board with that?
Absolutely. Sometimes I feel the Brotherhood has such a narrow view when executing its operations.
You and me both. So look, in my absence, I'd like to place you in charge of the Pridwin.
Well, that would be splendid. Thank you for letting me know. It appears that my hopes have become reality.
You're kidding, right?
In return, I need you to spread the word about the new regime. Collecting tech is still in, genocide and extortion are out. We're doing things the Owen Lyons way again. Clear enough?
I understand. I will notify the proper parties. If I can help by weeding out the undesirable, then so be it.
As much as I'd like to stay and chat, I have other commitments at the moment.
Well, I've already taken up more than enough of your valuable time.
Steel be with you, Proctor. I promise to come back and visit soon.
I look forward to it when you do. Good to see you again.
Hi.
You ready to get out of here?
You read my mind.
All right, lead the way.
So,
Congratulations,
where's the
ma'am,
ambush?
on the promotion to Sentinel. dumb and ugly had a child, it'd be a super mutant.
Hey.
You're back, and with Sarah. Congratulations on the mission. Any trouble out there?
It was a cakewalk. No problem at all.
So is it true what I'm hearing about the Pridwin?
Affirmative. Maxon and Kells are out. The Pridwin is finally ours. You probably want to send someone over to keep an eye on it, though.
Fair enough. We'll get right on it. So good news on Liberty Prime. We built the source code you provided into a voice-activated remote control. I'll give you the honors if you'd like to test it out.
Hell yeah.
Just head over to the airport when you're ready, and try talking to Prime. If you have any trouble, try facing Prime's legs when you talk to him. And let me know if you'd like some company for the road.
So what do you have planned for your off-duty hours later?
For an organization so intent on serving,
So here we are,
you think
safe
the
and
Brotherhood of
sound.
Steel would do a better job of training their pilots.
We don't have to hug now, do we?
Well, I guess that depends on you. Once you catch your breath, I've got another project you might be interested in. But in the meantime, with the Brotherhood back on track, there's no reason for me to hide anymore. I suppose I should probably stick around here and get to know the gang a little bit better. That is, unless you want some company for the road.
You still want to travel with me?
I'm game if you are.
We were sweeping an old metro station when a bunch of ferals swarmed my squad. A minigun turned them into hamburger.
Hi there.
What's new?
Can I ask you something?
What do you need?
It's time we parted company.
Oh, okay. I'll head back to base if you need me.
You up for helping me out with another project?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
We need to deal with the threat posed by the railroad and the Minutemen.
It's about time.
Let me explain. The plans these groups have made to blow up the Institute and leave a giant radioactive crater in the middle of Cambridge. That's gonna displace a whole lot of innocent people, and neither group has really thought this through. For example, the Institute has technology that can help the synths the railroad is trying to protect. If you blow the place up, they can't create any new synths either.
Tell me about the Minutemen.
As for the Minutemen, the Institute is a treasure trove beyond their wildest dreams. Full of manufacturing equipment and agricultural technology that could revitalize the Commonwealth. It would be foolish for them to destroy all of that.
Where are you going with this?
Look, the Institute may not be Mother Teresa, but incinerating their facility doesn't serve anyone's best interests. There's a saying, it's easy to love your friend, but sometimes the hardest lesson is to learn to love your enemy.
I hope this isn't another Brotherhood morals lecture.
Don't worry, it's not. All I'm saying is that we need to remove the incentives for the Minutemen and Railroad to attack the Institute. And to do that, let's just say a few assholes from the Institute might have to disappear.
I like it.
I thought you would. There's someone I want you to meet. She's an Institute scientist named Carter Beckett. She's going to be visiting a nightclub called Club Snuggle.
Does it involve a back room and a handful of singles? Making it rain?
Weird, right? So, as it turns out, no one in the Cambridge area wants their homes or businesses reduced to ashes. Club Snuggle is located on the river across from the CIT building. If the Institute blows up, they're directly in the path of the explosion. To prevent a blast like that from putting them out of business, the club's management is willing to play ball with the Institute. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, I guess. Anyway, head over to Club Snuggle when you have a moment and talk to Dr. Beckett. When she asks you for an authorization code, tell her Beta 77 Tempest. And try to keep an open mind. What's going on?
Hi.
What's the word?
That was all I had.
Later then.
Nobody's asked for my ID yet. I'm not quite sure how to take that.
Stop being so modest. I'm not boring you, Michael.
Hi.
Hello there. Do you have an authorization code?
Authorization code Beta 77 Tempest.
That's an older code, but I suppose it'll do. Allow me to explain our situation. At the Institute, we take considerable pride in our research. Decades of successful trials and experiments, striving to improve mankind's standard of living, and to do so in an ethical manner. For the most part, that is.
Your institute has done some horrible things.
Yes, I was getting to that part. Unfortunately, our reputation has been undermined by upper management's often misguided and nefarious directives. Directives about which the rank and file scientists are not consulted, nor permitted to express misgivings.
What do you mean? I could use specific details about these guys.
We're not allowed to ask broader questions. For example, what is the practical application of synthetic gorillas? Or, if our motto is mankind redefined, why did we cancel the cybernetics program? Scientists who openly raise these types of issues tend to disappear soon after.
Sorry. Sounds really rough.
The Institute's goals are either needlessly complicated or never elaborated upon. No one in upper management ever explains what the Institute's core ideology is, if there even is one. As for the people of the Commonwealth, many of them think that we're monsters. Perhaps rightly so. And the most frustrating part is that if we simply shared our research openly, most people would be completely fine with the Institute, instead of plotting to blow us up.
Anything else I should know?
The situation within the Institute has deteriorated recently. Sins have been escaping at higher rates, and the ranks of disgruntled and even runaway scientists have been growing as well. The important thing is that we have the plan to fix things, to make the Institute an organization we can be proud of. We just need help with the execution.
Hopefully we can find a non-violent solution.
Advanced Systems has been developing a special weapon for the SRB, a teleportation gun. You aim the gun at a subject, fire, and it teleports them to the coordinates you've programmed. The SRB commissioned the teleportation gun as a means to recover the lost synths. But we have other plans. We've managed to smuggle the weapon schematics out of the Institute, and we intend to build a prototype.
Hopefully it'll be easier than assembling Sean's crib.
The first step is to gather the necessary parts, after which we'll build the gun, smuggle it back into the Institute, and use it to covertly teleport certain members of upper management to a secret prison we've built in the glowing sea.
Why not just kill them and be done with it?
We can't kill anyone outright because the biomonitors upper management wears will set off the silent alarms. So, this needs to happen quickly, quietly, and with zero loss of life. Once the contemptible elements have been removed, the rest of us can move on with our lives and get back to doing real science again.
Okay, let's get to work.
I've been able to gather most of the parts of the gun already, but there are a couple components I'm missing.
No problem. I'll run down to the Super Duper Mart and pick some up.
In the event they're out of stock, I'll mark some alternate locations on your Pip-Boy. Once you've recovered the parts, let me know, and we'll discuss the next steps.
Who's there?
Back in business.
Don't do anything stupid. Stop right there. Easy now. Hands up.
First mistake, last mistake.
Just chill out, asshole.
Think you can hide?
Just chill out, asshole.
Think you can win this? Huh?
Don't do anything stupid.
Damn it!
Hey,
Hey there.
can I talk to you?
What's on your mind?
It's time we parted company.
All right then. I'm gonna head back.
right there. Stop right there.
I gotta go blow off some steam. Later.
Yeah.
Rehab is for quitters.
No rush.
Hi.
Great, you're back. Did you have any trouble receiving the components?
I've been having too much fun blowing things up to think about it.
Fair enough. I'll need a little time to finish assembling the gun. In the meantime, there's someone I want you to meet. His name is Dr. Zimmer, and he oversees the Institute's Synth Retention Bureau.
You can't be serious.
Perhaps I should elaborate. And what I'm about to tell you is confidential. Understood?
So if this shows up in public occurrences, that's bad? Got it.
Dr. Zimmer has an interesting history. While he may be the director of the Synth Retention Bureau, it's just a title at this point. As he's grown older, he's become a bit, I suppose, eccentric is the word. Zimmer spends most of his time these days on field missions outside the Institute, pretending to hunt synths. Something you should know about escaped synths is that many of them end up as entertainers. And, well, you get the picture. The reality is that Zimmer has switched sides, and he's willing to help us undermine the SRB.
I don't need his help.
Ah, but you do. If something goes wrong with the plan, A quick exit would be necessary. That's harder to pull off if you're surrounded by coursers. We'll need to disable the security guards patrolling the Institute, and only Zimmer has the means to do that. Talk to him for details, and you'll see what I mean.
Everyone's all, you've been hitting the cams way too hard. But I got my eyes on you.
I lived in holes worse than this.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this operation, I'm told.
What the hell is this operation about?
Hey, relax. We wouldn't send you off without the proper information. Recent events have upset our timetable. Getting the reactor online has become our #1 priority. It needs to be running, well, yesterday. We're going to have to cut some corners. I'm not thrilled, but it means we'll need to rely on some pre-war tech. You're going to the mass fusion building to acquire a beryllium agitator for us.
Ah, man. I have one of those, but it's in my other pants.
You wouldn't recognize one if it fell on your head. That's why I'm going to retrieve it.
Is that really necessary? I'm sure I could handle this by myself.
Yes, it really is. Not only is this tech sensitive, it's old. Look, I'll take care of it. You just make sure I come back in one piece.
You're going? That complicates things.
Not really, no. I admit I'm not fond of going up top, but I promise to stay out of your way. This device we're after? It's very sensitive equipment, and it's pretty damn old. It's not that I don't trust you. It's just that I trust myself more. So, are you gonna put up a stink, or can we get moving?
Sounds good. I'd appreciate the company.
Not as much as I'd appreciate coming back in one piece. I don't like going above ground unless there's no other option. But here we are, with our options dwindling quickly. Not to put more pressure on you, but we have to move quickly on this. Word is that the Brotherhood is nosing around the area. We don't want them getting the agitator before we do. Head on up to the relay, and I'll meet you there.
Dad says I'm as good as he is with computers.
I'm as frustrated right now as I've ever been. I just can't believe this.
What's going on?
Dr. Higgs and Dr. Loken have decided to protest your appointment as Father's successor. They've taken control of the bioscience security systems and cut off our food supply.
Oh, great. Like I don't have enough problems.
Well, I'm sorry you've been inconvenienced, but solving personnel issues is part of an administrator's job.
Maybe I can reason with them.
I believe I can help with that. I can unlock the maintenance tunnel that leads to the bioscience observation room. From there, you should be able to communicate with Higgs and Logan. If you can't reason with them, you can use this holotape to access the command functions on the observation room terminal. That should give you some options. Just please, try to talk to them first. Use violence only as a last resort. Here we are. Just give me a moment. There, it's unlocked.
You must be terminated. Stand still.
Don't move.
I thought I heard something. Made it past the guards, Impressive.
Hey, Doc.
If you've come to change our minds, then you're wasting your time.
You're upset. I get it. You've made your point. Now open the door.
I'm not taking orders from you. You haven't earned my respect, and you never will.
Father believes in me. The least you can do is give me a chance.
How could you hope to lead us when you hardly know anything about what we do? I'm sure you mean well, but you must see that it's an impossible task.
You'd rather everyone fight over the job? Is that what's best for the Institute?
I agree that the transition will be chaotic, but eventually, a leader will emerge from that chaos. Then, things will return to normal, and the work will resume.
Can't you at least give me a chance?
A chance? What do you think, Max?
Even the most fastidious researcher
Very well, then. Open the door, and let's return to the fold.
Synths, abort command override and resume normal functions.
All systems nominal.
Hi, Doc.
Spend enough time here, and you'll be sick to death of the word synth. I certainly am.
I honestly thought Dr. Lee or Dr. Holdren would be appointed to succeed Father.
Bravo! I admit I was fearing for the worst, but I can see that I underestimated you.
What do you mean you feared the worst?
I just didn't want to see anyone get hurt. There is one further matter to discuss. Obviously, some kind of disciplinary action must be taken here. The question of what form it takes is up to you.
Put them on probation. Limit their access to quarters and non-working areas.
That's more than fair. I'll see to it that everyone's notified. I'll take that holotape back. I also wanted to offer you something as a more personal expression of gratitude. I know that your work often takes you to the surface where supplies are scarce. I gathered these items together for you. I think you'll find them useful.
From what I hear, that rogue synth at Libertalia was a real menace. Glad it's back where it belongs.
Nice work bringing that rogue synth back.
Dr. Lee.
You again. What do you want now? You're obviously here for a reason, and you've already spoiled my experiment, so you might as well spit it out.
You're the scientist. Why do you think I'm here?
Well, let's see. A Brotherhood of Steel airship arrives in the Commonwealth. You find a way to intercept our teleport signal, and now you show up at my door. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people would track me down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade, waiting for them to send someone like you to kill me.
I'm only here with good intentions. You have my word.
You're giving me your word, even though we just met? Fine. Since Father trusts you, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to come my way. Say what you came here to say, and then leave me alone.
Are you happy here?
You'd think being surrounded by cutting-edge laboratory equipment and some of the greatest minds the world's ever known would be enough. Only problem is the lack of transparency. I don't think we get the full story on everything that occurs down here. What does that have to do with why we're talking?
The Brotherhood needs your help, Doctor.
Needs my help. Why? They seemed to have everything under control when I left.
Did you abandon any projects you wanted to complete?
You should know better than to ask me that. If they didn't tell you what I was working on, they didn't want you to know. I'm certainly not going to put my neck on the line and spread their dirty little secrets. Tell me something. Why would I possibly want to come crawling back to the Brotherhood? What reason would I have to throw away everything I've accomplished here?
Father trusts me, and so should you.
He trusts you because you're family. I'm not. I can't just take your word for it. I need more than that.
The Brotherhood has always been straight with you.
I am getting a bit tired of all the secrets around here. Sometimes I feel like Father isn't being straight with me. Like there are things I'm not supposed to know about. I don't like that. But still, how can I turn my back on all of this?
Your work could be instrumental in freeing the Commonwealth.
You really know how to push my buttons, don't you? You know, I never understood why the Institute was so damn selfish. All those innocent people up there, dying. And here I am surrounded by technology that could make their lives better. Yet we hide down here and insulate ourselves from everything and everyone. It's not right. It's not right. I'll make my way back to the Brotherhood. But I'm going to have to do it on my own. I can't take any chances being seen with you. Tell whoever sent you that they've just regained the services of Dr. Madison Lee.
I wish I had more time to spend with Quentin, but I can't be in
Sounds like those raiders at the Battalion were quite a handful. Higgs and Loken are lucky to be alive. Not everyone would have handled that situation as well as you did.
Sometimes Quentin is really mean to me, but my mom says I have to be nice anyway.
You must be the one Dr. Beckett told me about. You look familiar. Have we met?
I'm afraid that information's classified, sir. If I told you, I'd have to kill you.
Ah, I see. In any case, Dr. Beckett has instructed me to give you this holotape. You'll need to insert the holotape into Dr. Ayo's terminal at the Institute. Once you do so, access the holotape and initiate the security shutdown. There's only a short window before the SRB brings the coursers back online, so you'll need to move quickly. Any questions? No? Good. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have other matters to attend to.
I'm occupied at the moment. We'll speak later.
Huh? I need a drink.
Hey there.
Good news. I finished work on the teleportation gun. Are you ready to proceed?
I'm proud to help the Institute. Here's hoping it all pays off.
I hope so too. Now here's the plan. After you use Zimmer's holotape to shut down security, you'll have a 20-minute window to take out the Institute's management. I'll add the list of targets to your Pip-Boy. It's up to you whether you wish to take out anyone else besides the names in the list. However, under no circumstances are you to use a teleportation gun on Allie Fillmore. She's the one who orchestrated this whole plan, and we need her safe and sound at the Institute to see it through. In fact, once you've secured the targets, let Allie know so she can take the next steps. Do you have any questions before we begin?
I need to know who you want dead before I agree.
The list of targets will show up on your Pip-Boy. And remember, we're not killing anyone. Only use the teleportation gun. No conventional weapons.
I'm ready to get to work.
Good luck down there. I'll wait here for your return.
You showed a lot of leniency with Dr. Higgs and Dr. Loki. I wanted to compliment you on your handling of the situation in bioscience.
Cynthia, you were scheduled for maintenance duty at SRB last night.
Power on.
Nothing to report. I carried out my duties, as usual.
Dr. Ayo saw you accessing a terminal. You know you are not permitted to access terminals in that section.
Yes. I mean, no. It's not. But I was only... I was, but I swear it's not what it sounds like. I was cleaning the terminal and it switched on by mistake. I was just
I'm
shutting
sure
it-
some of the others will question
Sir,
you.
I assure you that won't be necessary. It won't happen again.
Operating at full capacity.
It's hard to stand out when you're surrounded by geniuses. Something I can do for you?
I need to ask you something.
Great. I was hoping you'd say that.
How many people did you infect with FEV for your research,
That was a costly mistake. Unfortunately, we had a few early setbacks. But with hard work and ingenuity, any challenge can be overcome.
Things didn't go well with that super mutant problem. Research like yours is what destroyed the world. Don't you want this to stop?
Not at the moment. The surface is still too dangerous for life to truly thrive. That's why what we do here is so important. Dr. Carlin's doing some amazing things with our genetically engineered crops. That Warwick situation was a real mess. But the prospects are very exciting.
You murdered those people, didn't you?
I don't think anyone really intended that as a course of action. But I don't think we should stop there. The Directorate has agreed that steps must be taken to ensure our safety in the long run. To bring you up to speed, obviously there are groups in the Commonwealth that stand in opposition to the Institute's goals. And those people are the last remnants of a dying past. The conflict is already upon us. Unless we end it now, it's only going to get worse.
Give me a reason not to kill you.
Here, take these. That's all I have for now.
Don't patronize me, pencil neck.
Oh, boy.
Everyone's excited about the new
Hey
synth
there.
project.
Yes, yes, I'm sure that whatever you have to say is very interesting, but now simply isn't a good time.
The Institute has ordered me to kill you.
If that was an attempt at humor, I'm afraid it's lost on me. I'm much too preoccupied with my equations. Now, I'm afraid I must end this little chat, although it's been so very diverting.
That's awfully rude.
I'm simply trying to tell you in as polite a manner as possible that I am busy. Now, goodbye.
But we were having so much fun together.
Yeah, how unsurprising. I wonder how the Warwick family is doing.
It's pretty damned insensitive. Why would you say something like that? I need information, and you're gonna give it to me.
Bit of a blunt instrument, aren't you? Kellogg was much the same. Very well then, down to brass tacks. Some time ago, we covertly replaced the family patriarch at Warwick Homestead with a synth. He's been field testing a variety of genetically modified seeds that I created. A melon plant that will, if my calculations are correct, be able to grow even in heavily irradiated soil. The fruit it bears will be perfectly healthy and edible. Now listen closely, because this next part is vitally important.
All the enemies you created. You can't imagine why I'd be standing here.
I meant no offense, just, well, let's move on.
You murdering, kidnapping psychopath. I can't let you live after you murdered that man.
What? Now, just a moment, there's no need to get angry. It's not enough just to do a job. It must be done well. Being a member of the Institute means holding yourself to a higher standard. Now, if you're quite finished, I'd very much like to get back to these mental equations. That will be all. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
I turn off the interferometer?
I'm looking forward to the next mission.
Hi.
Catch me after the meeting, okay?
It's time to free the synths.
What now? I know it'll be a difficult adjustment for you, but try to remember that synths aren't people.
The Institute has ordered me to kill you. How much are you willing to pay to keep breathing?
I see. I suppose I can offer you something. Here, we can spare a few of these from the armory. I hope that's payment enough for you.
Rumor is, Advanced Systems will be starting a new dark matter initiative soon.
Hi, Mom. I've been waiting for you.
I think maybe you're a bit confused, Sean.
Nope, not at all. They told me you'd be coming to see me, so I waited nice and patiently. You're not gonna leave me, right?
Don't worry, kiddo. I'm here for you.
I'm ready. Let's get out of here.
Hey, you know you could head back to Sanctuary. I'll come visit. I promise.
Perfect. Thanks.
Dr. Orman's lecture on cold fusion was nothing short of a revelation.
Hi.
What do you want? And please, make it quick.
I'm here to pick up an order. 2 large pepperoni and a calzone. Name is Fuck You.
Are you kidding me?
I'm done with you. I think it's time for you to leave.
No, not a chance. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
I can't imagine living on the surface. It sounds like a nightmare.
Greetings. As the Institute's requisition vendor, I can provide supplies for your missions on the surface. How may I assist you today?
I've got a few minutes to browse.
to practice good sanitation habits at all times.
Nice.
Hi, miss.
You had me fooled. I really believed you were on our side. All our work laid to waste.
Calm down. I'm just here to talk.
This is not a matter for debate. The only hope for humanity lies below.
I didn't want it to end like this, Sean. I'm not a monster.
Well, none of it matters now, I suppose. You'll accomplish your task and ruin humanity's best hope for the future.
A better future is all I ever wanted.
I had hoped we could be something like a family again. I hoped you shared our vision for the future.
come work for me, on a settlement.
I won't ask for details. I'm sure I don't want to know. These Minutemen, claiming to want to save the Commonwealth from itself. They cannot even protect themselves. Their cause is a doomed one.
Can't we move past this?
You're either with us or you're not. I'm afraid it's that simple.
Why do you hate the Commonwealth and its people so much?
These people are driven to destroy everything we've created. We need to destroy them before they can destroy us.
They're scared of you, Sean. Scared of the Institute.
I'm afraid things here are different from the lawless wastes above. A society cannot be maintained without order. You know that if the tables were turned, they would not hesitate to wipe us out. They must be eradicated.
I wish you'd come with me now.
Willingly participate in destroying my life's work? I think not.
I've heard enough of your bullshit.
There's nothing more to say. I won't help you destroy the Institute. Just get out of here.
It must make you proud to see all that Father has done, all that he has built.
Excuse me.
They weren't kidding. You really are here. So, where do you stand?
We've secured the Institute's future.
Well, you've certainly riled things up.
I suppose a few sacrifices had to be made in order to preserve the greater good.
I can't argue with that.
Any news on your side?
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. I'll see that the necessary steps are taken. Otherwise, internally things are as tight as they've ever been. I'll let you know when the review is complete. It feels like the dawn of a new era for the Institute. Now, what can I do for you?
That depends. How do you plan to reward me exactly?
I'm certainly happy to do whatever I can to help going forward.
I'm not sure what you mean. Got anything particular in mind?
Can we maybe talk later?
Sounds good. I'll see you soon then.
I'm sure you will. Thanks again.
I lived in holes worse than this. Rehab is for quitters.
Hey there.
Wonderful. You made it back. Did everything go according to plan?
I'm just glad it's over.
Thank you. We won't forget what you've done for us. And you're welcome to keep the teleportation gun. Just be selective how you use it. I'm going to head back to the Institute and coordinate the next steps with Allie. I hope you'll come visit us soon. By the way, talk to the gentleman behind the counter on your way out. He had some intriguing ideas for the future of the Institute that might be worth exploring.
Oh, I always get lost in places like this. I'm pretty sure I was supposed to check this.
You better get the fuck out of here if you know what's good for you.
Hey, you got a minute?
Depends on what it is.
So while you were out, I was talking with your buddies Carter and Zimmer about making some changes to the Institute.
I feel like I'm about to get some bad news.
I hear you just spent a ton of time and resources banishing the evildoers from the Institute. But what's to prevent leaders just as bad, or even worse, from eventually replacing them?
I'm not worried about it. I don't think they pose a threat any longer.
The same could be said about the original CIT residents 200 years ago, and look how that turned out. Reclusive societies tend not to make the most rational foreign policy decisions. If you want long-term peace with the Institute, you're going to need some degree of trade and travel with them.
Yeah, I suppose so.
There's an old saying, if goods don't cross borders, soldiers will. In other words, it's tougher to want to go to war with a person you see and trade with every day than with a bunch of random dudes you've never met and have only heard rumors about.
Why is that so important?
Because trade helps humanize the folks you trade with. It forges connections between people and promotes an exchange of cultures. And the mutual benefit from trading tends to help everyone focus on what they have in common rather than continually dwelling on their differences.
Jesus, what a mouthful.
I'm just saying, if you want the Institute to align its interests with the Commonwealth, you need to open the place up for business. Make it a tourist destination and let people from the Commonwealth come and go as they please to trade and spend money.
Does it involve a back room and a handful of singles? Make that rain.
That's not really where I was going with this, but you know, now that you mention it, it's not a bad idea. I'll see what I can do.
If it'll help a synth, count me in.
Alright, that's what I like to hear. Check back with me in a bit and I'll give you an update.
No matter how many battles we win, there's always another fight ahead of us.
So, how's the Institute? Did you curtail all the redundancies in upper management?
Well, the people of the Commonwealth better be ready to show their gratitude.
That's good to hear. The Commonwealth will rest easier knowing its boogeyman has been put to rest.
Pleasure was all mine.
There is one more thing, though. Actually, two things.
No rest for the weary.
With the new paradigm in place at the Institute, we need to ensure that the Railroad and the Minutemen don't keep plotting to attack it.
Yeah, there is that little problem to deal with.
I heard the Railroad had a plan B, some sort of synth uprising at the Institute. Apparently, no one told Desdemona that the Institute has speakers, and the synths can be deactivated using a safe word. Any revolt she's planning would be put down in under a minute. I can't believe anyone would miss such an obvious strategic error. But this is the Railroad we're talking about. Anyway, head over there and talk to Desdemona. Convince her to stand down, and if she won't, you might have to get creative.
Next stop, the railroad. Choo-choo!
Great. Let me know how it goes.
Tom wants you for something.
I hope to God the Institute doesn't find us here.
Calculating.
It's not soon.
Institute presence increases odds of detection of all northern routes by 52%.
52%. That's prohibitively dangerous.
Whisper, how do you feel about getting thrown back into the fire?
I'm on a first-name basis with fire.
You're in the right line of work, then. We've hit a snag with Dr. Amari. You haven't met her. She works in good labor, and she plays a vital role in our organization. Synths are supposed to go to the memory den. The doctor gives them a new set of memories, then they move out. But her latest patient is stuck there. The runner's route has been compromised, and we're looking for options.
We should clear the original route.
That's what Carrington's been saying all along. Pam, what if we reroute through Lexington?
The switchboard is a nexus of Institute activity. Odds of detection increase exponentially with proximity to the nexus.
In English, Pam.
She means we can't run ops anywhere remotely near Switchboard. The Gen 1s blocking the original route have to go.
Why is killing them our plan B?
Excellent question.
Assaulting an entrenched Institute position is always risky. I don't want to put one of our top agents in harm's way unless it's necessary. Go to Dr. Amari and tell her rerouting isn't possible. You're there to clear the route for one last run. There's a lot at stake here, so get the job done.
Systems locked. Building statistical model for Operation Tea Party.
Are you injured? It's a wonder you and Glory don't set off metal detectors.
Not now.
Very well.
I just heard the most fascinating rumor. The story goes that you actually found the Institute. Been there and back again. Sounds crazy, right?
That sounds crazy, all right.
That's not a denial. Deacon has proof you used teleportation of all things to get inside the Institute. You must feel justifiably proud of what your Minutemen have achieved in such a short time. Eventually, the Minutemen will devise their own plan to deal with the Institute. But I doubt your soldiers will place any priority on rescuing the synths inside. I'm counting on you being as passionate about freeing synths as we are. Please, work with us instead.
You think the Minutemen won't help the synths?
The Minutemen are a reflection of the character of the Commonwealth people. And time again, that character has been proven to be rotten. The synths are tangible receptacles of their hatred of the Institute. Order them to help, and they'd mutiny.
I don't know.
Take your time. Think it over. But remember, the synth's fate is literally in your hands.
Desdemona.
Any news from the Institute?
I met with the leader of the Institute, and it turns out it's me!
You do know their plans for synths, right? Genocide. Give me a straight answer first. Are you still on our side?
I made a choice. I let the synths go free.
Before you came, who would have believed someone would rebuild the Minutemen, breach the Institute, and free all the synths?
We're all safe now. I've had enough of fighting. Let's have some peace for a change.
Amen to that.
What's next for you?
If you need me for anything, just let me know.
I'm flattered to hear this, but I feel like there's more.
Our safe houses are bursting with synths. If you're up for it, we could use your help in smuggling them out of the Commonwealth.
Anything else you want to talk about?
Dozens of years, countless sacrifices. It all paid off thanks to you. You're a damned hero in my book.
About to head out. My safe house kiddies need me to make some booms.
Hey there. You're Whisper, aren't you? I've been looking for you. Name's Boxer. Boss called me in on account of some rumors making their way through the Commonwealth. There's word that there's some kind of colony of synths way up the coast, all on their own. You heard anything like that?
Yeah. There's a girl named Kasumi Nakano. She disappeared up north. Sounds like she heard the same stories and thinks she's a synth.
The name doesn't ring a bell. If she is a synth, doesn't sound like we ever helped her. But I guess those stories really are getting around, huh? I'm gonna keep my ear to the ground. You do the same. If you get anything concrete, let me know, okay?
That's not even worth picking up, boss.
Whatever you
Hey
do,
there.
don't put me in one of those things.
Any problems dealing with the railroad?
Nope. No problem whatsoever.
Alright, here's a little something for your trouble. So, the next step is to have a similar chat with that Preston Garvey character, and make sure that the Minutemen don't try anything excessively foolish.
I'll get right on it.
Great. Good luck out there, General.
Officer?
You hear about the battle between the Brotherhood and Institute? The one at Bunker Hill? A bunch of people got killed or something. Total bloodbath.
Probably not. Some guy came into town, so he picked up a weird distress call on the King's ruins.
Hey, I heard what they did for old Travis. That was real nice of them.
Got your back no matter what. We'd better discuss what to do about the Institute.
I met with the leader of the Institute, and it turns out it's me!
You sure that was the right choice? Siding with the Institute?
You're not in charge here, Preston. I am. I decide how we're gonna handle things.
Okay. Don't get yourself all riled up.
Trust me, I'm on your side here. I want to help you out. Rest easy. Know that the future is in safe hands.
You must not have heard yet. The Institute has been scouting the castle. Looks like they're getting ready for a major attack.
I'd prefer a peaceful solution.
I agree, General. And even if we were strong enough, we don't have any way to attack the Institute yet.
The Institute isn't our enemy, remember. You can trust us now.
So that's it. It's finally over. I never thought I'd see the day we didn't have the threat of the Institute hanging over our heads. I hope we prepare for what comes next.
Get to know. Hey there.
I've got nothing to say to you.
Relax. You're free to go.
Ugh, let's get out of here.
person I wanted to see. You're gonna love this.
Uh-oh. This can't be good.
So about those Institute renovations we discussed. Carter and I got started on them, just minor tweaks at first. And then, you know how it goes. One thing led to another, we sort of just got into a zone. Head over to the teleport pad at the end of the dance floor and see for yourself. You're gonna like the way it looks. I guarantee it.
What the hell is it now?
I heard one time a guy wouldn't pay up. One of these pimps paid to be in a shoe. The guy in a shoe.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
Feels like this project has been going on for months.
You smell like you've been above ground.
Yeah? Need armor?
I've got a few minutes to browse.
I'm sure I've got something you need.
Never mind, actually.
Later, then.
This is the first time I felt like home.
Excuse me.
So here it is, the new and improved Institute. What do you think?
Oh, this is a whole new level of stupid, even for me.
Oh, not the reaction I was hoping for. Well, have a look around. Maybe it will grow on you. In any case, I wanted to thank you again for all you've done for us. And here, I got something for you. Don't be a stranger now.
Excuse me.
Welcome back, Director. Do you need anything?
more power rationing. You won't miss that.
Good to see you.
Nice to meet a friendly face. I have a lot of questions about synths, about the Institute. Would you be willing to answer a few?
I'm happy to help.
If all personal synths are as good looking as you, I should get one for myself.
Thanks. You're not so bad yourself.
I wanted to ask you about something else.
Of course. What's on your mind?
Who are you?
I could ask you the same question.
So, you're a synth. Is that right?
Obviously. Why else would I be here?
I'm good for now. Thanks.
We'll talk later.
Hey there.
I don't think we've met yet. Smell that? That's
You having trouble sleeping?
What's going on?
I think I ate too much.
I'm on a break right now.
I love to make trips to Diamonds. There's so much to see. I just want to live someplace safe to live, without these assholes trying to kill me all the time.
hell gang you with, anyway?
I must have a concussion. It's seeing things. Hey.
Are you ready to try out the time machine?
Hell yeah.
Okay, here's the body cam. Just step right over there onto the platform.
Welcome to the 20th century. You are contestant number 8. Previous best time to kill Hitler, 14 minutes and 22 seconds. Good luck.
Yes.
initiated. Returning in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi.
Any problems taking out those Nazis? Let me see how you killed Hitler.
I hardly broke a sweat kicking their asses.
Holy shit! No one's ever murdered Hitler like that before. How did you get him to wear a dress? I don't think anyone's going to top that one. I'm calling it. This round's over. Here's your prize money. You should consider joining the next round in a few weeks. We're doing a Genghis Khan challenge. That's gonna massively fuck with someone's timeline.
price to live by.
Rather be off murdering a pint, but this'll do. I don't ask for much. Just need a full bottle and some bones to break.
My databanks are continuing to accumulate vast amounts of data regarding the Commonwealth.
You think people would know better than to build machines they can't control.